Good morning, everyone, and welcome to what is already the 6th session of CirculariTV. Thank you so much for joining us once again in this session, during which we will focus on some of the practical applications of a circular economy in business models, which is actually a really great fit to the session that we saw earlier today, focusing on the value chains of the plastics and electronics sector. And talking about that sector, I am joined by 3 wonderful young entrepreneurs who also work in there. Let's start with this short round of introduction. Maybe the one joining me here live in the studio, Sarah de Beurs. I can start with you. You are the head of impact at Plastic Wheel, a Dutch company focusing on circular solutions in plastic waste management. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, so nice. And across from you, at the other side of the table, we can already see our digital guest. We have Moses Panni, the founder of Trash Connect in Ghana, a Ghanaian company, who is joining us and who works on the realm of waste management over there as well. Thank you so much for being here as well, Moses.
Thank you too.
Yes. And then at the other side, your neighbor, I can say, we have Andy Bownds, who is the founder of Brixs, a company in Uganda that focuses on circular solutions for plastic waste. Welcome to you as well, Andy.
Thanks, it's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, cool. I love the fact that we have such a widespread global panel for this session. And we are joined as well by Femke van Voorthuizen. You know her from our previous sessions. She is our visual artist. And during this session, there will be a lot of things that are being shared, insights, interesting thoughts and ideas, and Femke will try her best to draw them. And you can actually already see a little sneak peek behind me of what Femke has drawn at some of the other sessions. And make sure to tune in at the final session of CirculariTV after this one, where we will reveal the final piece of art from Femke's side. Now, with that being said, we would really love for you, our viewers, to join in on the conversation as well. You can do so via social media by using the hashtags that you can see on the screen right now. And if you are on Twitter and if you are tweeting, make sure to tag us via @WCEF+Climate. Now, Sarah, I think I must start with you, because there is actually a table at the office at the ministry,
Yes.
and I heard that your company is the one that created the table. So maybe you can, I see a picture over here, maybe you can take us along as to what that product is like.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we make boardroom furniture from plastic waste fished from the canals of Amsterdam. And we do this with our partner, Vepa Drentea. And the State Secretary of Infrastructure and Water Management actually ordered our first 2 tables.
Oh,
one
wow.
for her first personal boardroom and the other for the colleagues at the ministry.
Oh wow, and that's amazing, and especially the fact that you take this thing that is seen as waste, as a byproduct, and you turn it into something valuable. Is that the philosophy behind your company, or what is the entire philosophy behind Plastic Wheel?
10 years ago, Plastic Wheel started with the mission to create plastic-free waters worldwide.
Wow.
And we do this by creating economic value of plastic waste with the participation of as many people as possible and together with our partners. And yeah, we want to create beautiful products to show people that plastic is not waste, but a valuable resource.
Yeah, that can be used. And
yeah,
I also heard from rumors that you very recently started a partnership with Moses from Trash Connect in Ghana. How did that came to be?
Well, 10 years ago, we started in our own backyard in Amsterdam, our canals. But yeah, we've always had a wider vision. But to start making positive impact in other places in the world, you need a strong local partner.
Yeah.
And when Moses reached out to us in the summer of 2019, when he just started Trash Connect, we connected. He had a beautiful vision on transforming the informal waste sector and on value creation of plastic waste. And yeah, through some innovation funding from the Dutch government, actually, we were lucky that we could travel to Ghana to meet in February 2019.
Yeah.
And we established our moonshot together, which is to create the most efficient smart waste center with the happiest waste workers in Ghana.
Wow,
And doing this, we're trying to implement 2 main innovations within the informal waste sector. The first one being to pilot a segregated door-to-door collection system.
Yeah.
And the second one being trying to automate the sorting of dry waste.
that can be used
Yeah,
over there. Yeah,
within the informal sector.
and maybe Moses, turning over to you, because from your perspective, how has it been? Quite some lofty words over here.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey so far since we connected with Plastic Wheel, and then everything is very, very amazing. We are working on a fast value factory together here in Accra with the happiest waste workers working with us. That's the informal sectors. And then I think the journey is amazing.
Cool, cool. That's amazing to hear. And looking at you, Andy, because I think this actually links to what your company is doing as well. Maybe you could take us along with that as well. What is the philosophy behind Brixs?
Yeah, we also add in value to plastic waste. We buy plastic from the local community. And then we add value to it and sell our final products also within the local community here in Masaka in Uganda. So we have about 2,500 people that deliver us plastic every month, and we can recycle up to 30 tons of plastic.
Okay, that sounds amazing. And as a matter of fact, we actually have a short video from Andy's company in Uganda, Brixs. So let's take a look at that.
Hello everybody, I'm Kaimba Daniel. I work with Brixs Masaka. Welcome to Brixs. The community collects plastics. Brixs comes up and buys it, reweighs it, and pay. Here is Esther paying. So far, we've injected more than 140 million shillings into the local economy of more than 3,000 families. Plastic is sold in two colors, and here are some colors representing the 50% PWDs who do the work at Brixs. Here is the man who's running the shredder for this plastic. I will introduce you to Sinan, our production manager.
Yes, and I'll take you through the different products that actually make using this shredded plastic from the shredder. We introduce it to the machine. The plastics gets in here, then gets through our molds, of which, after heating, we're able to make this beautiful waste post here. I'm here with Regina and Emma. One of the products we have is the 100% recycled fence post. This is very versatile and binds very well with concrete. As you can see here, very strong. And we also have pavers, composite pavers made from PET plastic. We also have recycled sheets, which binds very well and works very well as book covers. This lumber, we can able to make them make photo frames from them. We also make benches, sturdy and very strong. As you can see, we also have face shields we actually make from recycled plastic. And these are very good for the health workers, frontline workers who are fighting COVID-19. We also have table tiles, and these are very good as coasters on the tables. Thank you very much.
Now, Andy, I must say I'm a bit jealous. You have such an enthusiastic team working over there with you. It's actually amazingly to see. It's really great. Maybe you can take us along through the journey. How did everything start for you with Brixs?
Yeah, so the plastic problem in Uganda is a very visual issue. You can see it being burnt on the side of the roads and in the landfills. So when I was looking for ideas to do, it became a very clear thing to start and see what we could create. So we looked into value-added chains, and then we decided, okay, how can we check if the community are going to engage in this? So we started collecting in my back garden. We just made a very small announcement that we would be buying plastic. And from there, we got 2 tons in the space of 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So it's really growing from that, and now we have a full site and processing line. So it's a fantastic journey we've been on.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine. And Moses, turning to you, seeing this video and hearing Andy, do you see any similarities between Brixs and Trash Connect?
Yes, sure. We also go through the same processes here in Accra, where we capture value from waste, that is from the low-income communities. Then we send it to our sorting facility, where it goes through the processes of sorting, and then we crushed, and we give out the crushed materials to the other recycling partners for finished product.
Yeah, thank you so much. And it's quite interesting to see because I feel like we can definitely say that we have three very interesting and successful initiative of circular applications in businesses here at the table with us. But I'm also curious about that other side. What have been some of the obstacles that you guys experienced? Was it all bloom and gloom from the start, or were there some difficulties along the way? Maybe Andy, I can start with you.
Yeah, I wish it was all straightforward from the start, but obviously there are challenges. One of the major challenges we've had is that plastic collection and recycling was not a thing done in the community when we started here in Masaka. So we really had to spend time sensitizing the community in order for them to understand the importance of recycling.
Yeah.
But the way we've done that is through two key elements. So we do that through convenience. So we make sure we have collection sites near where people are going anyway. So we have them located in markets and trading centres. So therefore it is a nice, clear public space. And then the motivation that we buy every single kg of plastic. But then also we've had the high fluctuating prices of the international market for plastic. So we used to sell into that market our shredded plastic, our flake, but that became really, really hard with fluctuating prices. And then India and China pulling out. So now we've invested in our closed loop, and we're creating products here in Masaka. So it's had its challenges, but we've been able to navigate our way through.
Yeah, that sounds amazing, and it's good to hear that you've been able to indeed navigate your way through. Sarah, looking at you, plastic wheel. I'm sure you guys probably also have experienced some obstacles. How did you guys, deal with that?
Yes, with every entrepreneur, when you start, it's money, time, and people that are always of the essence and of the issues that you face. But 10 years ago, when Marius started Plastic Whale with his own personal moonshot to create a boat made from plastic waste, he received so much help around the country that we had a flying start at the same time. And together with Trash Connect, now we're looking at the same challenges, but in a whole new context for us in Accra, Ghana.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear. And we are actually receiving some questions in the chat. There's a question for you, Andy, because somebody is asking, how did you decide what to pay for the plastic when you started?
Yeah, so we always say you focus on the market and then work your way backwards. So you see where your end goal is and where the plastic can be sold or the product can be sold, and then work your way backwards down the chain to find out what you can buy at. But on top of that, you also have got to make sure that you're making a fair wage for everyone along the chain. Yeah. And that's the joy of a closed loop, that you can add value in the community, and therefore we've been able to increase our buying price. So as we sell more products, we increase the price, but we do set it on a sustainable basis throughout.
Yeah, that's super interesting, and good to hear as well that has been helpful. I'm also curious from your side, Moses. You are still in sort of the startup phase, I could say, for Trash Connect. I'm wondering from your side, how important do you think that as well that it is to have an enthusiastic team to work with, people who can inspire you throughout that process?
Yeah, I think now leveraging on the partnership and huge network from Plastic Wheel is something that is helping us a lot here in Accra due to the projects that we are executing now. Because previously we have a lot of challenges that we can't even figure our way out. But with a huge network from Plastic Wheel, it's actually helping us to identify and then close some loops and then see the way forward in this.
Yeah, interesting. And I think we spoke about some of the obstacles. You also mentioned money and time and people. I'm curious because, when you want to implement circularity in your business and you want it to be more sustainable, it's always nice to have rules and regulations in the place where you operate that help you to do that. So maybe, Andy, I can ask you, how has that been for Brixs? The rules and regulations, have they been supportive enough?
Yeah, again, so recycling is a fairly new economy in Uganda. So it's been hard for the administrations and government maybe to catch up with people like us innovating in the space. So it has, we've had very much local support, and we're constantly being asked to expand out to other areas as well, because the recognition of the importance of plastic recycling is definitely there. But in terms of policy level, we're now looking to see how we can add in that element. So we've started an advocacy arm, and we're trying to see if we can get not just lobbying for a ban on single-use plastic, because that is obviously the end goal, but also that we can put in tax incentives for those of us working in the recycling economy, for allowing us to import machines and grow our businesses and grow our lines for the benefit of everyone in the community.
Yeah, that sounds amazing indeed. And Moses, how has it been for you?
Yeah, I think the plastic policy, when it comes to policy, is a new niche. And now UNDP and the Ministry of Sanitation and Environment here in Accra, or Ghana, they are now developing the framework which all these recyclers can fit in. So for Ghana, I think it's a new niche now that they are putting up the frameworks together.
Yeah, interesting. And I want to turn to you, Sarah, because I always find it fascinating that very often when we talk about businesses going circular or becoming more sustainable, still very often people see it as this trade-off between profit and being circular. But I think seeing what you guys are doing and operating successfully as you are, do you think that we need to shift that vision that people have, or how do you look at that?
Well, I think we can all say that we believe in a wider or a broader vision of value creation. And value is about a sustainable way to move into the future, creating not only economic but also social and environmental impact and value. And as we are trying to prove every day that it is possible. And there's a lot of inventive and entrepreneurial people out there who are doing this every day, which makes it possible for us, because we can only do this together to create this new circular world for ourselves.
Yeah, I love how you said that it's something that we are doing together. Since we're already nearing the very end of this session, I do want to give everyone one final chance, because I totally imagine that there are a lot of companies and other people from the business sector watching. If you could give them one final short piece of advice or a tip on what they can do to become more circular, then I think that would be some nice food for thought to leave them with. So maybe, Andy, could I kick it off with you very shortly?
Yeah, I think obviously to be more circular, you've got to make sure that all your trash has a value. So for us at Brixs, we're not just looking at one type of plastic, we're looking at all types of plastic. Because again, for it to really be circular, businesses need to make sure that trash perfectly would be used within their own production lines. So it's definitely a challenge and still needs a lot of innovation, but that's the goal, that's where you should start at, how the volumes of trash you have and what you can do with it.
Yeah. Nice, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. And Moses, do you want to add anything?
Yes, for sure, I support what Andy said, and I think that's the way forward in circularity.
Yeah, very, very short and powerful indeed. And maybe Sarah, for some final remarks, anything you want to tell the businesses watching?
We believe in the power of doing. Stop talking, let's start doing together. And we believe in the power of moonshots, very concrete, short-term driven goals that can help you just, get moving. And you're never too small to make an impact.
Yeah, taking it forward. I love how yesterday in the first session of CirculariTV, we talked about going the extra mile. So I think that's a beautiful note to end on. I want to thank my guest once again, Andy, Moses, Sarah. Thank you so much for sharing all your insights. I think you gave our visual artist, Femke, enough food for thought to use in her drawing. I see her nodding, so that's a good sign. So we are already at the end of this CirculariTV. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We hope to see you for the final session of CirculariTV later on this afternoon, where we will also reveal that final drawing from Femke and sort of see everything coming back from all the sessions that we had. Thank you for now for watching, and we hope to see you soon.